But guys, we're forgetting the most important part about all this. The fact that not only is Banjo in Smash now, but it also means Banjo Amiibo.
The only official Banjo-Kazooie merchandise that I could actually think about.
Which is still leading me to think it would be so...
Random flying.
Flying?
And they're flying off the shelves.
Also, I just had an idea.
What's up?
What is it?
It would... crap, it probably wouldn't work, because if they put it on Xbox One, it would also have to make sense on... It would have to make sense for Switch at any point, but I was like, what if that Banjo...
Well, go ahead and tell us anyway.
What if that Banjo Amiibo, if they ever made a Banjo-Kazooie Reignited, like, duology thingy, if the Banjo Amiibo is how you got Stop and Swap to work?
I mean,
Oh no.
it would mean saving the data onto the Amiibo itself, so by some technicality it could work, but that also mean it would leave Microsoft owners in the dust.
Oh, by
But
the
I
way,
will say, go ahead.
in this game we actually have rapid-fire eggs.
Yep, golden eggs, you'll be using them a lot in
Actually,
some
didn't
areas,
we use these way back when we were in that one Aztec temple?
Yes, you're right, we did.
We
Just
did,
a
but it
little
was
bit, yeah.
limited in that case because it was
Here it's
rapid-fire.
infinite. So basically just kind of hang out towards the top and just go nuts. And again, I like to be in first person because I can kind of aim a bit better.
Hey, Sealy, this is what it's like when you're flying around as Banjo. Isn't it just disorienting?
Oh, that's dizzying.
The motion
yeah.
sickness is real.
But yeah,
So this is what it's like to ride on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
Maybe.
kind of.
Roller
yeah, what was
Coaster
I
would
say?
like to have a work with you.
Logan, I
It's
will
just roller
never
coaster.
forgive you.
It was Pirates of the Caribbean one time. You want another rides? You like
Versus
them.
roller coaster.
There we go.
So,
But I was gonna say,
for
go ahead.
context, did you want to explain that?
It was just a thing. Icky, have you been on Pirates of the Caribbean?
No.
You've never been to Disneyland or Disney World?
I've been to Disneyland once, and I wasn't allowed to have fun while I was there.
Aw, was it solely a business trip?
Kinda, sorta, yeah.
Ugh, that sucks.
I wasn't allowed to have fun.
You got hurt
How?
on a
It's a-
balloon!
That's
How? It's a bounce house. Why did it hurt?
It should have
Actually-
popped.
Actually, I was like,
It's just like, you
Oh,
broke
my-
it.
Hello.
That
was
frame rate drop, though, you saw that, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I saw
We
it.
said before, we'll say it again. This game is notorious for chugging the frame rate at times.
Which is why once again, whenever I fly or whenever I am swimming, I will go into first-person view to cut down on lag.
Is that how it works?
Yep, it does.
Banjo, what are
That's
you
the
doing?
speedrunning community.
God damn
Back
it!
to
I
you,
knew
Ed.
all those feathers on Kazooie would chug the frame rate.
I thought he was going to
Oh,
pop the balloon.
Wait, Logan, you never finished explaining.
Yeah, hang on. I was gonna say real quick. Hype, go ahead.
I was just gonna make the joke about how like he was saying is like, yes, but we weren't allowed to have fun there. Oh, so you went to Epcot?
No, I've been to
That-
Epcot and I had fun there. But that was
Okay.
when I was like really, really little.
But yeah, go ahead, sis.
Yeah, I was saying, sorry, like, basically Pirates of the Caribbean, it's supposed to be, it's a very calm ride. It is a calm ride, except for, like, one little thrill drop at towards the very beginning. And Celia did not know about that, because she'd never been to Disneyland before in her life. I told her it was just a nice kind of, like, it's a small world kind of thing. Yay, the gondola. I told her
It's
about,
pronounced gondola.
I told her about the cute little, like, boat ride thing he went on it, and I only mentioned to her 20-foot. I only mentioned to her about the 20-foot drop that you go on while we were going on the 20-foot drop.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, guess what? I lied.
It's like that scene from Robots where it's like, just took care between legs.
I love how you're just passing through the shit show and he's like, "Hey, wait for me!"
Sorry. I also love Okay, when I was mentioning Dougal earlier, it does have one of my
Oh.
but I should probably clarify. I mentioned Dougal in an earlier commentary for an earlier part that we recorded long before this, so he has no idea what the heck I'm talking
No,
about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Also, I'm going to activate this thing. I'm going to activate this button from far away that I'm not supposed to.
Oh,
'cause-
pro strats!
Go! There. Now
Wow.
that
No
saucer
fries
can
or
be
burgers
free.
No
on the
food or
rides.
drink.
Now that saucer we saved in the freaking Western world can be free.
Oh yeah.
Normally, we're not allowed to do this until like way later on, right?
Kind of. There it is. I should go say hi to him.
Maybe
Later.
later.
Bye.
Ow. Whoa! Instant killed.
Yeah, we had like 2 hearts. We had
And I
like
love
2
how Kazooie's
income
just like,
stuff.
wait, Banjo, I can't live without you,
I'll just
Banjo.
lay down here, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
well,
left that-
I guess we'll deal with the rest of Richie World some other time.
Again, this place, we talked about this with James and I, is that the hard part, I guess, about this game is that it's basically that one part we don't like from... It's that one part we didn't like from Banjo-Kazooie 1 where...
For ZZ Peak.
And Gobi's Valley. It's that, but the entire game is that.
There
It's-
is
it-
far
it's a-
more backtracking in this game.
It's a straight up Metroidvania in 3D.
Yeah. Which, granted, they at least knew that, and going into it, they at least make it so you don't have to get every single note bundle in one run.
Which is good.
all
It's just
set.
that I know for those like me who kind of like to call the place over, it's like you see that one spot where it's like you can't quite reach because you don't have to think till
is-
later. It just irks me so much.
It is literally impossible to complete any world 100% on your first run.
Yeah.
Which I
You
know
have to do
it's not the game's fault. I mean,
Except for
it did
the
what it was
last
trying to-
world?
I guess? I don't know. You have to come into it with multiple entries, though.
Wait. What?
You have to go in through a train track. You're talking about the...
No,
Actually,
I'm talking about the
I'm
last
sorry,
level
you're
of the
right.
game.
You are... actually, technically, no, because... Remember there's that one Jiggy that involves knocking an ice cube down? And you can't... It technically counts as a Jiggy for the place, but you have to go to a different world to pick up that Jiggy
Wait.
that fell down.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man, that
Spoilers,
sucks.
spoilers later on, you knock an ice cube down off of the final world from the heavens below, from the heavens above to the land below, and it falls down to another world, and you have to go and get the Jiggy from him.
And it's 1,000 times far more morbid than we're making it sound to be.
Yeah, it's so funny. Anyway, welcome to Spiral Mountain, because I realized I forgot, and we're going to be going into a really, actually pretty neat little world, but I'm going to need an upgrade to get to survive in that world. Hey, Bottles, bye, Bottles.
And to
Who
do
cares
so,
about bottles?
we gotta save our fish friend.
Fishy friend, my
Oh,
favorite
that's so
friend in the
much
world.
better.
And Bottles is like,
Shouldn't you be in the water where it's safer?
You're right.
Right.
I'll probably try up and die if I don't get back to the moat around Spiral Mountain soon. I suppose you'll be wanting to carry that. Well, I'd walk there myself, but we goldfish are a little disadvantage in the leg department.
Wow, he really is that sophisticated. And oh, okay. I thought it was going to be one of those really convoluted puzzles where you have to find one of those separation switches and then just put him in the back, the rucksack.
just pick him up, put him in a Ziploc bag, and here he is.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Perhaps these extra bubbles may be of some use.
Oh,
So, yep.
Bubbles? We want at least a Jiggy for that. Sorry, I'm all out of those. However,
You have those
I'll also
to begin with?
teach you how to swim faster. Simply press
Yay.
A and B together.
We can
Cheerio.
so basically they'll work together now, and we now have
finally.
twice as much air.
Oh, that beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful air.
And we're gonna need this for the next world we're going to.
Have you ever heard the expression of putting on airs?
I guess that's how
I
this
guess
works.
so.
that's literally how it is here. So yeah, welcome
Hey.
back to the Jinjo Village.
But yeah, so we were saying that that's the issues. You have to kind of like go all over the place. So I'm going over to the next area now because a lot of stuff in Witcher World we can't really do until we get other things elsewhere. Also, I forgot this big note.
A treble clef.
Treble clef is a note, right? Probably is it.
Oh, I get why it's called.
I couldn't tell if
treble
that was a treble clef or not. It looked like it was shaped
Yep.
different.
It's a
Now
treble.
I know. Now I know why it's called treble clef because it literally has a big chin on the bottom.
What?
Ah,
The trouble
they need some of that
No,
clef
it's-
chin.
What?
Crimson
Yeah,
cleft.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's the crimson cleft. It's the crimson cleft.
Here
Clef,
comes
the
the
boy,
Crimson Bird.
the boy Shin Wonder.
That's right. His name was Cleft Boy Chimera. Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Don't make me use this.
You got another
Right.
Jinjo.
That's it. I'm using it.
I think I did show off that one GBA game where
Yeah, you did.
Clef wasn't. Yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. You all
What,
know what I'm
early
talking
Ocarina
about.
game?
Yeah,
It was
It
silly.
was a pretty decent 2D platformer for the time. At least for if you were a fan of the show at the time.
By the way, have we been inside this beehive before?
I
we
actually
have
I don't
not.
believe we have.
So this is
Neat.
yeah, it's all stinky and stuff. Celia, you're up.
Oh, sorry. I was looking up treble clef.
I'm Honey Bee, mistress of the honey.
Oh, why couldn't you be mistress of the Jiggies instead?
Because that would have made life too easy.
Fan.
However, I can grant you a extra energy units in return for empty honeycombs.
Hooray.
I suppose that's better than nothing.
Don't be so rude, Kazooie.
Oh, sorry, wasp lady.
She's a bee.
I'm Honeybee, a bee, not a wasp.
Right, you are, hornet girl.
So, just to okay, so
Got
just
enough
to
honeycombs for 2 more units of energy.
all right. So I'm sorry, Celia. I need to cut you off right here. This is honestly something I'm not a really big fan of. They pretty much made the whole aspect of trying to get extra health units in this game a little more complicated than it really needs to be. And by that, you mean, like, you actually don't get the benefits right away.
You have to carry them in like a currency.
Pretty much. It just
like-
it feels needless.
It's kind of like
your health.
to compare it. It's kind of like with Mario Sunshine. I think what would have made that game so much more like, I guess, a little more streamlined, just a little bit, would be if you just automatically get a shine for every 10 blue coins, as opposed to having to go to a different shop or a different area.
I could see that. It'd be sort of like how the silver stars in Mario Galaxy just all formed into a power star once all said and done.
Or maybe, like, the blue coins could have been, like, shine sprite fragments.
Yeah.
There's a thought. Like blue
Also,
shine sprite fragments.
Oh, and I don't know if we've explained in the game or not yet, but whenever you see these weird red, blue, and yellow, when you ever see these sparkly lights, they have the same properties as a split pad, where normally you cannot switch between the two characters at any given time unless you're either on a pad or in those sparkly thingies, and then that's when you can like swap control between the two characters.
And I swear, the more we go through the Isle of Hags, the more you start to realize how depressing this place is.
Yeah, the
It's
music
all
is actually
fast
pretty
and-
dire, of all things.
It's all wasteland and empty.
Yeah.
Which
Spiral Mountain
honestly,
was literally the only place we could live.
it was literally the only safe haven. Until Grunty showed up and just made a wreck out of everything.
I'll be
I mean,
right
they
back
named
after
the
you
island
restroom.
after-
Alright.
Okay. I mean, they named the island after themselves, so it probably makes sense. Make the jump, make the jump, make the jump, make the jump!
Oh,
There you go.
God. Alright, let's see what's up next.
Freezing cold, but that's the price. For lunch and A's for solid ice of solid ice. Basically, we now have ice eggs.
Sweet.
They work like fire eggs, they can freeze some enemies, and they're really situational.
That was a really odd
They'll be all- It was cinematic, and it's the only time they got to use it.
Yeah, that's true. Like, they could have used that as an establishing shot to see the lair beyond, or actually, no, wait, it's probably way up there.
Why don't you pick them up?
Because he gives me a full supply after the song is over.
Oh, okay.
With that said, let's activate our warp pad. Let's activate this switch for
Oh,
later.
Made you look.
Don't worry, I'm not ending it all just yet. Let's open this bridge.
The thing is, if it weren't for recent events, that probably would have been too close to home.
Oh no.
For Banjo,
No,
anyway.
no. Yeah, no. Banjo is here to stay, and I'm super happy. I'm hoping that this Smash Brothers cameo will be a good like shot to the arm to really get that franchise back in gear. Welcome to Jolly Roger's Lagoon.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised about that because honestly, not with every character, but I've noticed Smash has this magical power to help revive a lot of franchises. Like, you know, if it wasn't for Brawl, we probably wouldn't have Uprising.
That's
Yeah.
true. Or, you know, if we didn't have, actually no, it wouldn't be relevant. No, never mind.
Uprising was a pretty big one.
If it
surprising
were,
that-
actually, no, if it weren't for Melee, we wouldn't have Fire Emblem in the States.
Right.
Yeah.
Although
And
we
then,
still don't have Mother 3.
No.
Well, we
what
do
else?
have the first Earthbound on the Wii U.
Yeah, that's still an interesting one. Ow.
Got it.
So yeah, Jolly Roger
Welcome.
Bay, it's a pretty interesting, fun. It's an okay port town as far as I'm concerned, and it also hosts probably one of the more effeminate characters you'll ever find in the franchise.
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah. Oh, hang on. And when you're Kazooie, the spring pads work so much nicer. Also, we're super fast.
Yeah, it's like
And the
we
frame
don't
rate
have
hates
any extra weight on our back.
And the frame rate hates me.
I hate you.
Oh yeah,
But,
as you no doubt already noticed, this area also hosts the doubloons, basically their own form of bird that only work here.
And we've just now given Kazooie her melee attack. Land yourself now with your wings. Whirl them around by pressing B. Hey, welcome back, Icky.
Oh, welcome back indeed. We're actually at probably my favorite water level in all video gaming.
You know.
They did a really great. This level does a really great job of like misleading your expectations, because at first you're like, okay, you're in the bay, right? Well, spoilers, this bay isn't even half of the level.
Oh no, it's literally an underwater utopia down there.
Admittedly,
Until then,
admittedly, this is only my favorite water level in all video
hey!
gaming. Ooh,
It's water!
blubber guts.
you got a
Hang
job! But anyways, this is probably my favorite water level in all video gaming for one reason only. I love the town area in this game. In this level.
Cute little thing.
Sorry, but I'll only speak to Banjo.
Well, screw
I hate
you.
you.
Wow.
I never
Fine.
liked you.
Sheesh.
No, okay. So, anywho's we're going to. So, with that said, don't worry. We only have like 7 minutes left, Dickie. It's okay.
Anyway, do you mind if I go ahead and voice the jolly man himself?
Sorry, you can
Voice
mute that
Jolly.
part for me. Anyways.
Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Here's the
hello
voice
there.
guy.
I'm Jolly Roger, town mayor and proprietor of this lovely harborside inn.
We'd
And,
like a ginger beer, please.
I'd love to oblige, but I'm less than jolly at the moment, as my partner's gone
Are
missing.
you fucking joking me? That's a shame. Now, how about that drink?
Kazooie! Can't even see him.
Oh, sorry. Where did you last see your, her?
She was out on a water wave racer early yesterday evening. I heard a big gulping noise, and when I got outside, she was gone.
Perhaps she was, eaten by a vicious sea demon.
Oh, I hope not. It's happy hour soon, and I'll be needing some help.
Ah, sure you will.
also,
Would
James
you like
is
to
not.
rent a room? It's half price at 2 doubloons, as this naughty mole has dug a hole in the corner of it. How about it?
And it's not even that offensive, because if you listen to his voice clips, it really is that.
That's
Yeah.
a shame. I was hoping you'd deal with that rodent rascal.
Well, no, I'm totally gonna deal with that rodent rascal. I just don't like the idea of paying for places to live.
And yeah, as you've no doubt heard, yeah, that's pretty much the voice he uses.
Well, really? That was a brand new door. Have you any idea how much they cost these days?
So wait, you
So, yeah.
literally saved 2 doubloons by just blowing the
Yes,
door up.
you can.
Yeah.
You can do
Wow.
that. You don't have to rent the room. You can just blow your way in.
Wow.
And now we can shoot eggs while underwater. But yeah, I love that. You just bomb the door.
Wait, so can you be able to pay it, or
Yes, you can pay it and the door will open, or you can literally just blast your way in.
But do you ever
At the
get
very
those
least, he
2
doesn't
gold
get. At the
doubloons
very least,
back?
he doesn't at least he doesn't dock down your doubloons. Like honestly, I feel like that
Yeah.
that should have just not.
Well then, since for blowing up my door, I'll just take those 2 doubloons you owe me.
Plus
But
more
I
to
don't
buy
got
a
no
new
2
door.
doubloons.
Then
Oh.
and then just game over.
It just cuts the
He
game
pulls
over.
out a fl- he
Grunty's
pulls out a flint-
tackling Shadow.
He pulls out a flintlock pistol. Well, let's go to the
Anyway.
trash.
I'm one to negotiate. Shh.
Oh hey, a Banjo-Kazooie box.
Huh.
Pano.
Greetings, friend. The name's Pano. I'm
he's
the
actually- he's
local
act-
pawnbroker.
I was gonna say the guy actually sounds super like pathetic, wimpy.
Ah, yes, a real nice piece, circa Banjo-Kazooie. So I was told. I
look,
reckon
it's,
20
Grunty's
gold
younger
doubloons
sister
would
in
be
the
a fair
background.
price. 20 doubloons? We only want the jiggy, not your whole shop.
So yeah.
Besides,
he
what
has
are these
Globo
stupid
for sale.
doubloons made of?
It's the Grunty plushie from the End of Furnace
yeah,
Fun.
from the
I wonder where that went.
And then there's some Banjo-Kazooie knickknacks.
So, legitimate
That's all I
question.
need here.
How many,
What's up?
what are these doubloons made of? Like, what's their actual worth?
It's just some currency. It's gold, I imagine.
They probably cost more to make than well they actually give you.
It's a good thing we have 4 doubloons right here.
Kind of like a penny.
I bet Mumbo wouldn't need these.
Well, we got a Globo. I think he wants that more.
Oh, real quick, before I forget about it, just going back to Banjo and Smash one last time, they also showed off his stage Spiral Mountain, which looks really nice, and they do have like some neat little cameos in it, like you do see Mumbo, but most importantly, you see Grundy there, and a lot of people have a, not like a demand, but like a wouldn't it be neat thing relating to Grundy to that.
It'd be great if, yeah, and I agree with you. Also, it would be great if like something happened where like, yeah, like whenever Grunty shows up, she says something random about one of the characters who are currently fighting.
Oh,
I
that
hope
would
that's
be
the
awesome.
case. But anyways, here we
That'd be so
actually have probably the coolest Mumbo spell in the game.
The
And it's-
coolest
and
promo
it
spell
def-
just because it affects the entirety of the last 2/3 of this level.
this is what
Oxygenated water.
And this is what makes this level so much fun as a water level is now we can breathe underwater.
I just realized
In this
something,
level
though.
alone.
I just realized though, in exchange,
Mumbo make water breathable, but unfortunately, fish can't breathe it quite as well.
Oh no!
And they'll just float up.
Mumbo shine
Mumbo
big
shine.
light on water. It now have plenty oxygen. Bear and
That's
bird
not-
not need to hold breath in there now.
That's
like-
not how science works.
You know what? You make that joke about how like
Mumbo laugh at science. This Mumbo magic.
it's what- you
This
make the
mumbo
joke about how,
jumbo.
like you make
Go
the
ahead,
joke
Hyde.
about how like it not work for fish and they just like flop up. And all the fishermen are like, well, this makes our job easier.
Just they pick
and,
them up.
I'm sorry, just another thing. Like a whole bunch of fish pops up, then suddenly Clanker.
Oh no!
Oh no. Finally.
Well,
It's
then again,
been
no, never mind. Clanker's a whale. My bad.
Also, I'm gonna do a sequence break here. You're supposed to come back here later with like a super. Like you're supposed to come back here with Kazui's glide ability.
Oh.
No, you're supposed to get here. Wait, are you supposed to get here with the glide or the sprint shoes?
Can you wait? Can you run on water with the sprint shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Huh. Now the more you know.
Oh wait, no. Wait, what am I talking about? Of course I knew that because I ran on the freaking river in the Glitter Gulch mine.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm a dummy.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I had
Here-
no
here-
idea that you could actually do this though.
Well, here I am showing off because you can abuse the collision of this wall to basically carefully get over there.
It seems pretty tight though, so.
It is. See, I should have just gone for the sprint shoes.
He basically
yeah,
just Breath of the Wild did that's
And it's with this level where the whole new mobility you got from your goldfish really shines.
Now what the
I'm
fuck
gonna
are
go
these
first
seeing
person
enemy
mode.
things?
They're trying to see enemy things, like you said.
They're
Also,
creepy seeing
in
enemy.
first person mode.
Anemone.
Ice eggs. Ice egg, ice egg, ice egg, ice egg, ice egg!
The
Freeze 'em.
Kraken need not know ice.
There.
Okay, maybe he does. By the way,
That's
the
tight.
tentacles still hurt you if you touch them.
Yeah, so you just want to smooth through. But
Yep.
yeah, this is why for the rest of this level, I'm going to be in first person mode because this is where I was talking about this is where a lot of the lag can happen.
Be prepared, Sealy, because that's going to mean a lot of disorienting camera turns.
I guess we'll
Swimming.
sync the frame rate in the next part.
Bye, everybody.
Till next
Yeah.
time. Good.